Okay. All right, we are live.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to What's the Tea? Okay, so we already know we're allowing our friends to log on, get comfortable, get their tea ready. So we're just going to be waiting on our friends to get on live with us, okay?
Give us a second.
Give us a second, just a second.
I'm also trying to share it myself because let's be real, that's the real tea.
That's the real tea, right?
That's the real tea, girl. I'm so excited to be with Angie right now. You guys don't even know. Don't even know. I could cry. Stop it. I've missed you so much.
I know. You all, so as you all are logging on right now, we have done something differently because as you see, we're in the same space, right?
We're home. We're home.
We're home. We haven't seen each other in so long. So we're a little, what is it? Antsy and
very antsy, nervous, even though Angie and I are
really close friends.
Let's say that's the real tea right there. We're close friends out of here. So
and you all, just so you all know that you're looking, look, come on. We did 6 feet apart.
Don't call us out.
Don't come
for us from them comments. We got this.
We got this. It's 6 feet apart, okay? And for those that are tuning in right now, so if you are a consistent viewer, then a few weeks ago, myself, Angela, I did an interview with Jennifer, which is our executive director, and we were speaking about the Founders Table. We're at the Founders Table right now. So this is the Founders Table. If you are familiar, this is the exact table where we had a lot of our important leaders who helped put together South Suburban Family Shelter. This is where we created our baby. This is where we created the shelter. So this table has literally been with us for 40 years.
Actually, over 40 years. It all kind of started in November of '79. So we weren't incorporated officially as a nonprofit in Illinois until July 22nd of '80, but here we are 40 years later, sitting at the same table we were all founded by.
Right, so that's some tea early,
some real tea.
Right?
Real tea.
So again, good afternoon. My name is Angela. I am a community educator, and today I am here with somebody so special to the agency, so special to me. Her name is Brittany. I'm sure a lot of you all know Brittany by name, know Brittany by face, know Brittany by email, know Brittany by events, know Brittany by phone calls. You know Brittany, right? So she is our events and volunteer manager. And she is here with us today. So we really want to thank you, Brittany, for being here. And before I get started with grilling her with questions and icebreakers, make sure you all are sharing our video. Make sure you are brewing your tea. What kind of tea are you drinking today? Today I have chai tea, right? Everyone knows who is a staff member at the agency. We always have the good tea here, right? Oh. So I have some chai tea today. What are you drinking?
Okay, Brittany? So you can see, obviously, it is not tea. But the real tea I'm going to spill is that I've been without power since 4 p.m. last night, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers right now can relate to those storms. We hope that everybody has been staying safe through that, what's going on socially, and pandemic is not over. So stay safe. Stay cool with this hot weather. I'm hoping that electricity is back on in my house real soon, but it's a monster kind of day for me. Sorry,
monster.
No tea.
No, it's fine.
No tea.
I guess that'll do, Brittany. That'll do. As long as she give us the tea, right?
I'll try.
Okay, so Brittany, how are you doing today? How are you?
I'm good, except a little sleep deprived from being hot. Y'all know I'm always hot in this office. Everybody else around here at admin, they will have like their heaters on. Celeste, I'm talking to you. They have heaters on, and I got the fan on in the middle of the winter. So last night was a little rough, but I'm really excited to be here. You and my Angie, come on, and all of you guys. So
yes. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. As you can see, we are really goofy together, so we're gonna try to get it together. But hopefully we are making you all laugh at home and feel comfortable like we are friends. Okay, so Brittany, you want to get started with this icebreaker?
Let's do it.
Okay. So my first icebreaker to you, if you could choose any job or any role to switch with someone for the day, if you could pick any job, which one would it be?
In SSFS?
In SSFS. What department or what job would you
I'm coming for your job. I'm coming for her job. I love prevention and community education. It is, I got goosies. I'm talking about it like,
well,
real.
we are a great department. Thank you.
Community education by far. When I speak about the agency, I am so proud to talk about community ed, what you guys do. Talking with the little ones, I've stole a couple times when the hands aren't for hitting books to have kids come in the group. We'll talk about my job later, but a lot of it is that relationship building and talking about changing this world for the better. So being able to do the hands aren't for hitting with the kids, to be able to do all of that kind of stuff in a full day, I'd trade with you in an instant. But I'm switching it up on you. What job would you go for in the agency if you could?
Okay.
For a day. Only a day. Only a day.
Around, right? Okay, so thank you for that though. If I could switch roles, I think medical advocacy.
Which is changing though.
I know.
Things have to change. We can't be in the facilities like we want to.
I know,
right?
but medical advocacy has always been a department that just seems so rewarding. But I do know that they see a lot, whether it's good, whether it's bad. In the hospital, they see a lot. But just talking to some of the staff that is in that department, such as Kaisha or Keisha and things, they do a really good job. And it just seems so interesting to be able to go in, and they really have direct contact with a lot of our clients.
But don't sell yourself short. You guys reach a lot too. They do reach almost like 20,000 people a year with that. So we're out there, but that's all kind of, we're working on how we can incorporate everybody in the community and how it's going to change and continue to grow for these next 40 years as an agency. So you never know where you'll see us in your different departments.
You never know. And that's the one good thing about our staff is that we have a lot of staff that may have been in one department then, but now they're in a totally different department. So you see, we don't leave the agency. We just go to a different department.
Transitioning, transition, grow.
Yeah, right. We just bounce
going.
around because we don't want to leave our home. Nope. That's really what it is.
Family for real. We say that family shelter, but it's really family here. So
absolutely.
That's the team.
So let's see. Okay. I have another icebreaker for you. Okay. So my next one is, what is one thing you've learned about domestic violence that you were unaware about before you started working at the agency? There's a lot of myths. There's a lot of facts out there. And I know me personally, before I worked here, there was a lot of things that I didn't know about. A lot of my mindset changed and everything. So what are something that you didn't know about domestic violence?
I feel to be, again, I'm going to say, you guys could start counting. We're going to do how many times can you drink your tea for every time Brittany says, I'm going to spill the tea. But drink up. The real tea is that I didn't know that much. And I got to take a step back to admit that, because I have a degree in psychology. My bachelor's is in psych. And to not know, I always really thought that DV was just, we always shorten it for domestic violence to DP. Sorry, we're going to say that a lot too. I didn't realize I knew it was physical. I knew it was verbal,
right?
But those emotional aspects, the financial and sexual, whoo, 40-hour training. If you haven't taken it, when we get back in person to do it, I promise you want to take our 40-hour. It changes your whole mind. Yeah. If you don't already know, it's 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men that are affected by domestic violence. And those numbers, honestly, are probably a little bit closer together.
Absolutely.
Because that's just what's reported.
Exactly.
So finding that out here, and gaslighting is a concept I think we could talk about till we're blue in the face.
No,
because questioning somebody's mental state and their reality, that's a whole other topic.
No,
that's a whole other hour.
True. No, but that's very true. People don't understand that it's layers. It's like an onion. Just because you pull one layer back, it's like domestic violence is just so
And the deeper we go into the onion, we cry.
Good. And oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all.
That was be able to be together, y'all. We really should.
That was good. Okay. The deeper we get into the onion, we cry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay.
That's what I didn't know about DV. And I really promise, if you are listening to this in any way and you don't know what we do as an agency, reach out to us.
No,
give us a call. We're happy to educate as much as we can and get our word out about what we do as an agency. It is never okay.
Mhm.
Everybody deserves to be safe, strong, and free in those relationships and happy and healthy. It's okay. You're
Yeah.
not alone if you've experienced it. We're here to help. We want to see a different world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you for that, Brittany. So those were some icebreakers. You know, she's always working super hard, but we need our viewers to dig a little personal into
Don't get into
Brittany,
the funny
okay?
of Brittany. We ain't doing that.
Okay, so Brittany, by you being a volunteer and volunteer and events manager, right? It is very crucial for you to show your face and have direct contact with the community, with those who step foot in the agency, in the actual agency. So how has the coronavirus, or as I would say, Miss Rona, how has Mrs. Rona affected your ability to do your job? How has that played a role?
Well, my title says it all. Events and volunteer. They stopped. They completely had to stop and spin on a dime in March. And we never stopped as an agency, never, not once. I promise you that. And especially development, when my cores are getting people relationships. I love to get face to face. I love to tell people what we do.
Mhm.
I love to financially be able to help support our agency and what we do completely free of charge. Having to figure out what that new look was difficult.
Yeah.
It was really personally difficult too, just to not be able to be with the people and that passion I have for talking about what we do. Never skipped a beat. And I really have to give a big shout out to the donors there too, because we always were keeping them informed and finding new ways to talk about our increases we were seeing.
Right.
And our donors are second to none.
No, seriously.
Second to none. They jumped right in. Those numbers or like our percentages of overnight emergency shelters, those were creeping up. First it was like 400%, 500. We're spilling a little tea. We're up to 8. We had 1,800% increase last year. So you'll get that a little bit later about how you'll find out about those statistics, but it was a lot, and it's still being seen. So putting that information out to our donors, they were the first people to step forward and say, if I can't be there, I'm gonna help.
Right?
And it was pretty powerful.
Well, we know that you never miss a beat. And we know that you work really hard. The whole development team really do work really hard. And we do want to thank our donors so much, because you all have been there as our backbone. Not even just during the pandemic. Always you've had our back. And we just really want to thank you and appreciate you. I mean, Brittany, I know that you touched on you being affected by the pandemic with your work, but we are similar. You're very outgoing. You are very, talkative, and you have a bright spirit. So how has that affected you personally within yourself, not being able to go out and speak to people or do things, whether it pertains to your work or not, because that's just the type of person that you are?
It's been really difficult. I mean, this girl right here, she did just also move farther away from me. She's not as far, but she was like 5 minutes before, so I would just show up at her doorstep. And I won't lie, a couple times in that beginning, I was still coming to her door and standing at the car, but like, I miss you. I miss your child. Like, this is family.
It's like
beyond these walls. So I'm a hugger. I promise you, I cannot wait till I can hug everybody again. So stop. She looks like she's gonna cry. She makes me want to cry.
Because I know that we would be hugging each other, but 6 feet apart.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at personally. It's getting better. People are coming to the agency to bring donations, things of that nature. I grab my mask off my desk because for the most part, we are all separate here. For those people that are still coming to the admin department or admin building. We're socially distanced pretty much all the time anyways before pandemic. So now if we have to be within those 6 feet, we're just throwing the mask on. I hate when people can't see me smile when I'm masked, because I always am smiling.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm smiling behind the mask. It's like
I am, and I'm like, but you can't see out. You just know I'm smiling. You know I'm smiling, right? So
No, I definitely understand that. It's definitely a trend. If you've been watching What's the Tea, as you can see, even for the viewers at home, we're all dealing with this differently. Unfortunately, it's not over yet. It seems to spike, go back down, even with the things that's happening in Chicago right now. So we are sending our thoughts and our prayers to everybody that are watching, who are experiencing anything, and just need those comforting words sent to you. Okay. So Brittany, I know that personally for the Community Education Department, past presentations, future presentations, resource fairs, everything has pretty much been canceled or postponed due to COVID-19. So how has South Suburban Family Shelter events been affected by that? I know that especially with the upcoming school year, you do a lot to help with our clients and their children. Like, how has this affected what you have going on right now?
Everything. So, I mean, it all happened in March, and anybody knows our development department, we are in full swing in March for our annual spring gala that is historically pretty much since the beginning been the first Saturday, I'm telling you, more monster right now. First Saturday of May.
Okay.
So come March, it's time.
We
are in
you gotta
full
go.
Swing, everything, and we had to put a straight halt to it, complete halt. We changed the date to October 2nd.
Wow.
And now we're going virtual, but it's going to be amazing.
Wait. What's going virtual?
Gala. You're going to be just like this with us and RED, everybody. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be, we're going to decorate admin.
So that's really new. Gala has never been done virtual.
Actually, you want some realty? The very, very first, I want to say it was 86. It's on my desk right now. I'll put it in the comments later. Check it from Brittany. It was like a telethon almost. It was their very first gala was a jazz fest.
Wow.
And they went through and had it with the local radio stations, and people got to have their own little galas at home and tune in and dial to give.
Oh, wow.
All of that kind of stuff. So we're bringing it back to our
bringing
roots.
it back.
It's not something, I mean, a lot of nonprofits had to figure out this new thing of gala. But I mean, technically, our very first one was virtual.
Wow.
Not in the means of social media,
right?
But in essence, it is. So I do encourage all of you to have your own little mini gala at your house. You're 10 people or less. Don't get crazy because this is still around.
And still dress up.
But get dressed up. Join us on this live. Send us your pictures. It'll be the same kind of concept where we get to talk to you for that program. It's October 2nd. Mark your calendars now. But also, I just want to mention that, like, it's our birthday if you haven't heard. It's our birthday. I mean, you guys could really have a tea drinking game with just what I'm saying now. We had a whole year planned.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a block party.
Yeah.
Where everybody could just come out and have a party for us, with us.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of just spun on its head.
Spinning. Yeah.
And we're figuring out different ways to do it.
Well, what I can say, even though you're still figuring it out, and even if you are stressing or the team is stressing, we don't see that. We don't see that at all. And you all are still, got that poker face on to the community, because you all are doing an amazing job through all of this.
And we're so appreciative of everybody's support for all of it.
Yeah.
So I'll have my hard days. We all have hard days because that's what our life is.
Yeah.
But we are so incredibly appreciative of the support of other departments, giving us this platform to talk about what we do. Yeah. And just all the supporters and donors out there. It would not be possible without any of it.
Absolutely.
So we're not a silo in this.
So Brittany, you stated that gala will be virtual, right? So how can people support us at this time? If people wanted to help out with that, or, what could they do? What could they do?
There's a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done and a lot that still has to do. With everything stopping in March, that's the kind of time that us as development, our volunteers are hitting the ground requesting donations for our silent auction. That silent auction has always been there. It is all just going to be online, so you will not be able to miss it. But if you have anything at home that is brand new, unused, and you think it'd be good, like you want it at another event, but you haven't used it yet, send it on over to us. Give us a call, give us an email, and we'll see if we can feature it. But also, you want to get away? I know I do, because I have my canceled trip from June.
Oh,
But
yeah.
guess what?
What?
We got tickets, 2 round trip Southwest tickets to anywhere in the United States. So I know you probably had canceled your stuff already, but we are looking to brighter futures.
Wow.
You could win those tickets.
So Brittany, you trying to go on a trip?
I'm really trying to go on a trip.
I don't know about you all, but I'm gonna try to get those tickets. Wait, can we?
You can get those tickets. Everybody can get those tickets. They are $20 each.
Okay.
Or you can get 6 chances for $100.
Wow. Okay.
To get
Wow. Yeah.
And
And after this,
bye.
right?
No, just kidding. Don't tune out yet.
Don't go nowhere again. We was like, wait, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, right?
But $20? $20.
That's not bad at all.
It takes 1 to win. So we're going to drop it all in the comments what our bidding site is for the silent auction, where you can go and buy those tickets now. You don't have to wait till October to have them featured and get those. So
wow, that's awesome. And thank you for giving us that feedback, because I know for our supporters that are always attending our events or helping, they want to know, okay, Brittany,
what's up?
What can I do? Right? So Brittany, I know in the past episodes, we spoke briefly about it, but now that we have you here, I can ask you, tell me more about the Benches for Change project. Let me know about the auction. What's going on with that? Give us the tea with that.
What's the tea?
What's the tea?
This is like a project that was like a baby to me. It was so excited. Jenny and myself have been working with the Homewood Business Association, which shout out, thank you guys, to do this art installation. So once Chris art development and communications director came on board, it was like full force moving forward early this year. So despite the pandemic, we have still been able to do this. And we wanted to do a big reveal, things of that nature at fall or at the Artesian Arts Fair in Homewood, because this town supports us like nobody's business, pun intended. And they went through and they all still were able to get their benches. So the deadline was back in the beginning of March to place your order. The benches were delivered to us. We did have to put them together, but that's no problem for me.
Yeah.
Rachel and I took turns on our bench. It is right outside our admin building. We're across the street from Aurelio's, if you didn't already know that.
And it looked really beautiful, by the
I
way.
love it.
Just to say, I was trying to let her talk, but I'm like, but it
I'll
looked nice.
pat Rachel on the back too. Ours says, if the world never changed. No. Why can't I think of what my own bench says right now? Just like the seasons, people change. Woo!
I was about to say
That
she's
was a
reading
close
somebody
one.
else's bench. Sorry.
More tea. But there's 22 benches of them.
Wow.
So we're on Harwood.
Wow.
We're on Harwood. You can start here, or you can go to our website. On our events calendar, you can actually click on Benches for Change.
Oh.
It'll bring you up a printable map.
Oh, wow.
So you can go around and see all 22 of them. They are beautiful. So it's down Harwood, Ridge, Morris.
Yeah.
No, not Morris.
That's Morris.
Morris is the other direction.
We're not a map.
You guys,
It's fine.
I need power and air conditioning on a regular basis. But in Dixie, 22
Yeah.
of them. You don't want to miss them. But the biggest tea on that,
What?
you can buy them. They're going to go up for the auction. Originally, pre-pandemic, we were going to have a silent or an auction at the Fall Fest here in Homewood, because the village, like I said, is super important
Mhm.
and supportive. But now that we're virtual,
Right.
now that you're virtual, you're going to have the chance to not only participate in our Keeping Dreams Alive silent auction, but it's combined with Benches for Change. So
Wow.
all of these benches that have been installed beautifully throughout downtown, you have the chance to bid on it and win it. And you can either have it stay in downtown Homewood and get a little plaque on it that it was donated by you.
Wow.
You could have it uninstalled and bring it to your house, donate it to Brittany if you would like. I mean, by all means, but there's some really pretty benches out
That
there that
is
I
really
want.
cool. I didn't know that, you can have a plaque and things. Like, that's really cool, to walk by and homeward down. That's my bench. I gave it to the city.
I gave it to you for you to enjoy. You're welcome.
That is amazing. That
That'd
is
be so
amazing.
fun.
And we want to thank everyone who has participated and partnered with developments who put on basically a walking show.
It's an art installation throughout
basically
the downtown. So obviously, if you're watching this, you are on our Facebook page.
Mhm.
But if you follow us, you will see, on any of our social medias as well. We post weekly. I've been kind of shouting out between myself and Rachel, the development assistant who you've seen a couple weeks earlier actually it was the real early weeks of What's the Tea.
Yes.
But she and myself, we do a lot of the social media postings that you see. So we've been trying to shout out everybody, 2 sponsors a week that did benches, so you can see them specifically. But if you want to look at all of them, like I said, go to our website.
That is amazing. Wow. Okay, so Brittany, my thought process now, okay? So part of your job is volunteering, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure that the stay-at-home order has made a lot of people antsy, to want to get out there again, to give back and, to volunteer. And also I know that it's really crazy right now with the school starting up, because also you get a lot of students that come to you and ask for volunteering hours that helps, whether that's with college or high school themselves.
Exactly.
So what's going on with that? How will the agency be moving forward with volunteering opportunities? How is that working?
So I'm going to backtrack before pandemic.
No problem.
Just because as our logo is on our nice shirts, we didn't plan this, by the way.
We did. That's the tea.
But we
didn't plan this.
I personally live in As Is the Best swag, so that's the real tea. But we didn't plan it. It looks like a house, right?
Right.
And shelters in our name.
Right.
I know we've talked about rebrandings potentially happening right now. We're going through that whole process. We're not an actual shelter. Sorry. With volunteering, there is unfortunately never hands-on opportunities with our clients.
Mm-hmm.
I understand personally because I grew up volunteering, things of that nature, and you want to give back to that person. As an agency, we completely value confidentiality of our clients. Those victims, survivors, however they want to identify themselves, they don't ever have to say that they are part of us, or you could see somebody
Mm-hmm.
So it's unfortunate because I know that's how people want to give.
Yeah.
But there is no small feat in anything that is done for our agency.
Right.
Pre-pandemic, during a pandemic, after a pandemic, everything that is done that can help move us forward,
Mm-hmm.
that's volunteering to me.
Right.
That's volunteering to me. So if you've been on our Facebook page, if you've been on social media, Back to School Angels is done. We were able to do 44 or 43 children. We were able to help.
I love Back to School
That's one
Angels.
of my
I just want to
favorites,
say that because they rock that every year.
It's one of my
Every
favorites.
year, our volunteers, our sponsors, our donors, everybody just goes so hard for these kids, and I love it.
Well, and adoptive family.
And adoptive family.
Oh my gosh, that
They do that as well.
that goes through to bring a tear to my eye with how much our donors help. But donors in my eyes are also volunteers.
Absolutely.
Because you are helping us with our mission to provide those comprehensive coordinated services to those impacted by domestic violence. You're doing that as a donor, as a volunteer. You are helping us. A lot of the times we sit right around this table, and before the pandemic, of course, we keep saying that too. Tea game, right? You could sticker those purple posters. We always like to have a rainbow sticker, those tear off posters that you see behind the bathroom stalls, because we like to make sure they have a safe and confidential way to take that information. It has our hotline number on the bottom. That's one of our big volunteer things. So in time, we'll be able to have everybody back. We do have limits here. Our administrative team and directors have been phenomenal in making sure we stay safe and we stay healthy. And we want to make sure you guys as viewers, and constituents and donors and volunteers stay safe as well. So at the moment, we're not having anybody back, but like I said, you can do a lot without being here. Host a donation drive. We have a wish list that's on our website, or myself or Rachel can email it to you if you send us a message. We can email that to you.
Absolutely.
Do a donation drive. We keep multiple pantries completely stocked to make sure that our clients have all those basic needs met.
Yeah, all the essentials.
Because I mean, you know just as well as I, if we don't have those basic needs met of the non-perishable or the healthcare products and full size, be it without being a shelter, we try and encourage and make our clients feel that they're not on the run, that they're safe. So those travel sizes, while they're convenient when you're on the way and on the go, a lot of our clients are actually safe. And we want to keep them that way. We want to make sure they are that way. We have a transitional housing program. So they're in their own spot and they're not on the run.
Right.
And if that makes sense.
Complete sense.
So those full size doing drives of that nature, host an event for us. Like there's like trivias or have your birthday party when you share that on Facebook. $5 from every person that comes. I mean, you can only have 10, so maybe we'll up it to like $10 since we can only have 10 people per person. But doing those kind of little things, that donating your birthday to us, have a get together just because it's been a pandemic and we miss people, and ask them to bring some money or make a donation to your favorite domestic violence agency that's celebrating their 40th birthday. Those kind of things, by all means, you are donating to us and our mission, and financially we wouldn't be able to keep going without your support. But those are ways to volunteer and give back to us without being here. But I promise we miss you.
Absolutely.
We really do. There's several of my volunteers that we
grow a relationship
with.
We really grow a relationship. It's like coming home. Oh, hey, they're in the living room.
Exactly. There's some of our volunteers that there was a couple weeks back in a local, it's TOV, the Jewish United Fund did a drive-through donation drive. So people literally went shopping for non-perishable food items. They got to drive up, they popped their trunk, the volunteers grabbed the stuff out, and the person kept going. So it was no contact. All the volunteers had our mask on. I was there. To see the generosity that was going on during a pandemic. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
But that's something that by all means we would love to promote it. We'll send you our logo. We'll work with you to give you some of those tips. But that's something you can do. It's completely within your means.
Absolutely.
You don't have to have a lot to make a difference in this organization.
Absolutely. Well, Brittany, we want to thank you so much for all the clarity, all the information, all the education that you gave, all the tea, right? We really appreciate it. But I do want to know, is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers? Is there anything that you would like to share at this time?
There's always so many things. I feel like I was talking about everything.
Well, okay, so let's see. What about a monthly newsletter?
Nose goes, Carrie, nose goes. That's what I was talking about earlier with that 1800%. So we have a newsletter that we've recently obtained Constant Contact, which is just a way that we send out news briefs. So we do have a phenomenal list of donors. But every month, it's going to be the monthly messenger. So that we're giving you a little inside scoop of what's happening, keeping you up to date on events. From there'll be a note from your friendly neighborhood ED, because we know that Jenny always calls herself that, because she really is that friendly neighborhood. Like that's just part of it. Friendly face. So there'll be a note from her. There's a little shout out to What's the Tea on there. Okay, so if you want to be a part of that newsletter, if you go to our website, www.ss SSFS, the number one .org. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. It'll say contact or stay in contact with us. I think there's a little white box, and type in that email address. You're automatically at it, and you'll be able to get that. So it's going to go out the second Tuesday of every month. So the first one's coming out later tonight.
Awesome. I really like that monthly message.
The monthly messenger. So yes.
Well, thank you so much for that. As of right now, we're going to tune to Zach. Zach, is there any questions for Brittany or I to
Please
answer?
don't make it too hard, guys. Please.
There are, you can definitely handle these. I think we've got 4 so far.
Awesome. Bring them on.
Okay, could you spoil us with some of the events or some of the items that are going to be at the silent auction?
Well, 22 amazing benches for change. That's
gonna be there.
22 of them. We have some of the local donors around here have been phenomenal, and that was before had already given us some purses, some jewelry, some beautiful gift cards, experiences, because I know that everybody wants to get out there. So like Brookfield Zoo, like being able to go through and take your family out. I know you want that.
Like the zoo.
And the shed. Oh goodness, Rachel has been my lifesaver, and she's probably the one that asked me this question. Rachel did a phenomenal job reaching out. So we're all doing that as well. Lots of experiences downtown. There's a local hotel stay at the Lavoot. So if you need to stay local, you need to stay local.
Their food is good.
But need to get away from the kids or something for a little bit, like a night. So there's a stay there with brunch in the morning. So their food is delicious there, and those hotels are beautiful. So there's a lot coming up. A lot being there. Angie's already eyeing out. She's gonna be like,
what you say? What else is in there?
Which ones do I need to grab?
Okay, Zach, let's go on to the next one. Thank you for that too, Brittany, for sharing with us. Thank you.
Rachel needs to tell us all of things that are on there.
So we've got 2 more questions about the benches. Very interested. So first one, other than the agency's bench, do you have a favorite that you would want in your backyard? Another favorite.
So it's outside of Daisy, which is right on Martin. It's not Morris. It's Martin Avenue, right behind
right
us
here. Yeah.
I was having a moment earlier. So if anybody knows me, my nickname is B, and like BEE, like the queen bee. Just kidding. Not really.
No, it's fine. She's a queen and she's the bee.
So it says "Be happy," and it is so beautiful. And it has little bees all over it, and it's so cute, and it's like a dark red, and we're working on painting my house like a burgundy color for the doors and stuff. So it'd be so beautiful. Like I really want that one for myself. But that's really
nice.
If I can't pick my own bench, like if I can't pick the agency's bench, that'd be my other choice.
That sounds really nice. And that's on Martin, right?
That's on Martin.
Go check out
Daisy. Just go around all 22 of them. Take pictures, post them on Facebook, tag us as a five.
Yeah. Awesome.
At South Suburban Family Shelter.
I really have to go take a look now. I'm gonna go take a picture next to it. Like, Brittany, this one?
Yes, do that one. But what's also gonna be cool is that, because we'll have it, of course, in the comments, but if you lose it, they're on my desk. I've made little cards that actually have a QR code on it that you'll be able to scan it on that card. It'll bring you right to our auction. You can save it, set it as like a reminder on your phone that this auction's really going to start on September 26th and close on this October 2nd. So stay tuned for those. I just got out of a boot for injury because I pulled a Brittany. And so I'm going to have our team here at admin help me put those out, but that'll be soon.
Awesome. That is really cool to have a code now.
Technology. We fancy.
Okay, Zach, can you take us to the last one?
Yeah, 2 more. If we have time.
Yeah, okay, no, you're fine. We have time. I'm sorry.
People can tune in later. By all means, also just plugging in that as development department, we make sure we're like the next end of them usually. So they do these amazing interviews between myself and Rachel. We get them up online. We get them on our website, our YouTube page. There is no way you're missing this tea.
At all.
By all means, if you have to go, you can, but come back and watch the rest of it later.
Absolutely.
All right, sorry, Zach, go on.
Okay. Is there a way to view these benches virtually?
So it's not like a virtual tour, which I could ask Rachel if there's a way to do that, but all of the pictures are on our website through the events tab. Like it's a calendar, you can click on benches for change.
Okay.
It'll bring you up a map where you can see all of the pictures, all of where they're located at. Like one is here. We're like 22. So we're like the last stop, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you can see it all online. Stay tuned on Facebook. We're thanking 2 sponsors every week leading up to the gala. So the virtual gala and the opening of the silent auction. So you'll be able to see them two each week. We're several weeks in now too. So scroll through our Facebook page, our albums, Instagram. You'll see them on there.
You won't miss it.
I don't let you miss much.
Awesome. So I really like this last question a lot. And that is, do you have a dream event that you would like to host and manage?
I love that question. Whoever asked that good question.
That was my team in development department, because they just know I have this passion. I want to like be the change NDV type of event. Like, oh, I'm really spitballing here too. I want something for everybody. Historically, you gotta have some money to spend on things, which our money goes a very long way to help this organization stay strong and be free for those impacted. But I want to make sure you guys as donors know that you can have a fun event and you can come out and not have to necessarily provide a lot of money.
Yeah.
I want something approachable for everybody. That's my dream. But I love to raise a lot of money at that event by all means. But I want everyone to be a part of this change and what we're doing as an agency. I say it far too often. I would love to have a world free of domestic violence where our jobs is not necessary. Okay, maybe to go through and continue to prevent and educate. But how beautiful would that be? Mm-hmm. To see a world where everybody is safe, everyone is feeling strong and free and happy and healthy in these relationships. Yeah. It'd be beautiful. So that's my dream event, is to just make that possible. And I love to party plan, for real though. Making things pretty. Ooh, well, I think that's DNA.
That's really a good event, Brittany. I want you to keep that, even if it's something that you're thinking about down the line. Always have your future goals included in your short term, because you gotta work to it.
For realty, she did some. We're gonna have to do this off air. I'm gonna need to ask how she's doing on her goals, because she did that in the beginning of the year, beginning of January.
Oh, yeah.
And she's done a lot of that kind of tea stuff. So I do really keep that in mind with any of the events that we do. That's our mission and our goal. And my personal goal is to see a world free from violence and domestic violence. So
absolutely,
it might not be to the grandest scheme that I would love to do, but everything is is leading up to that.
Absolutely.
And everything is led up to that with your support.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything else there?
Any other questions?
No more questions. The link for the benches is in the comments, thanks to Jennifer, but I'll pass this back to you, Angie.
Well, I do want to thank you, Zach. As always, you are a great help. I really appreciate you so much. Okay, it's like my right-hand person. Well, anybody's right-hand person who's doing the interview. Thank you, Zach.
Zach, we appreciate you so much from development. Thank you.
But I do want to thank you, Brittany. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for taking the time to really dive in to development, to the events, what we should be on the lookout for. And as always, we do want to ask you all to share, like, comment, tell your friends, tell your family. Guess what? We'll be back again on Tuesday.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good one on Tuesday too. We're gonna do some inside tea.
You want to give them tea?
We're gonna do them the tea.
Okay.
So Celeste, who you guys have seen before, it's gonna be pre-recorded this time.
Yes.
And it's going to be in Spanish again. So if you guys
Yes.
tuned in a couple weeks ago, Celeste did an amazing interview with Vidal
Mhm.
about our partner abuse intervention program. But she's gonna be talking with Ruben, who is the partner
Manager.
abuse intervention program manager.
Yep.
That's a tongue twister right there. But so PAPE, that's what it is. We refer to it a lot. Sometimes you guys might not know
Yeah.
what that means. Partner abuse intervention program. Ruben, I love Ruben. He has my heart. I miss him so much. He has an office on the other side of our building now. He's gonna see this and crack up at me. But for real, Ruben is amazing. You guys are
Yeah.
gonna love him next week.
And you know, everyone loves that program. Everyone loves that program. So make sure.
It's the definition of change is possible.
No, seriously.
That's what the definition of change is possible is with our partner abuse intervention program. So Ruben is going to talk about toxic masculinity. We're going to leave it there. You tune in next week about what
I know
right?
for me, you know, that I love
I know.
stuff like that.
Oh,
But yes,
we can't do it.
yes.
We'll be in the comments next week.
I know we won't be actually on the video, but we do want to say, please tune in next
And
week as
share.
always, the same time. Okay. We want to thank you all again. Thank you for supporting us every week. You all are just really amazing, and you all are really allowing us to feel that we are still being effective in our communities, in society right now with everything that is going on. So we do want to thank you again, Brittany. We want to thank you, our viewers.
Thank you.
And we hope that you all have such an amazing day. And again, I'm Angie from the Community
Brittany.
Education Department.
Stay 6 feet apart and stay safe.
Bye.
That did not work.
Bye. Bloopers real.
You got it.